the two teams make their way onto the pitch at the Strawberry Arena, the national stadium of Sweden, finished in around 2012. And what an arena it is for Leeds United's first pre-season game of the 2025-26 season, against a team they would love to beat this afternoon to set the campaign on a high. Group soon on their way to Germany. Further pre-season games coming up as well, against Villarreal and AC Milan. Lots of players that will no doubt be used, expecting Manchester United to maybe change their entire 11 at half-time. They've named 18 subs as they're preparing for their first game. Matheus Cunha preparing to make his Manchester United debut. So it's Karl Darlow in goal, Jadon Bogle, Ethan Ampadu the skipper, Joe Rodon, Lucas Nemesha, Jakub Biel, Autanaka, Sam Byram, Willian Onto, Jack Harrison and Ilya Gruev. Four assists, 44 appearances for the Leeds United number 2. A couple of early touches for Biel out of the back as well.
Yeah, and I'm thinking this particular season, Bogle may not be playing right wing as much, although I say that, here he is.
Yeah, he's on his way. 2 for company in the middle. Bogle carries it further forward. Now can he pull the trigger? He can. It's just flicked away at the far post. Mazraoui looked to be the last man touching it for Manchester United away from danger, but the build-up play, the work for Bogle to get in behind.
And that's where the gaps will be, of course, playing a back 3. Once you get in behind, the space is out wide, and Bogle used it really well.
Ticking along across the back 4, Rodon squeezes it up to Nemesha, back it goes to Ampadu, went for the crossfield ball to Harrison. Gruev gets in there first, though fair challenge as the referee, and Nemesha looks forward. He had Nonto straight offside, so Tanaka instead is the option he picks out, who goes early across the goal. Nemesha on the penalty spot can't react to it, picking up the pieces. Ampadu. Leeds look really fresh and fit for this. Mazraoui out towards Ahmad. Leeds have got a pretty rigid line, nobody breaking cover just yet. Looping ball in, dealt with by Rodon. Nemesha just trying to back in. The bounce of the ball just made his effort redundant in the end. He got goal side, got himself set, but unfortunately just bounced over his head. Here now is Cunha, stepping inside, gets a free kick. Structure on the edge of the box he wants it. It's just Nonto putting a covering, blocking. Flick on header, well wide in the end. And it was the young forward, Chido Obi, glancing his header towards goal. Bogle to Nonto, and back to Tanaka. Nonto just about gets himself in place and then produces the skills to get it back to Autanaka. The two of them are taking on Manchester United on their own.
Willy, that was superb, wasn't it?
Brilliant close quarter control. Stuck to the boots of the pair of them. And there was a large cheer from one end of the ground that enjoyed it as well. Nonto, late challenge, not enough in it. Referee, I think, spots that. Gruev gets in as well. Now there's space for Byram. Harrison trying to peel out to get a bit extra room on the touchline, the sun in his eyes. He puts it in towards Nemesha. And the Lit gets there first. Won back though by Leeds. Gruev, Bogle on his outside. The delivery, De Ligt, handball appeals by Nemesha and Harrison. Bit of just a bit of dramatics from De Ligt to say. I did think it hit him in the chest, but
well, I think it did, but it was an awful clearance that he actually got all wrong.
With Mazraoui now trying to break out from this Leeds press, he goes over the top. Biel chasing it down. And he wins the original collision. Does he keep it alive? Even better awareness from Jadon Bogle. And then the skill to match. He's enjoying himself out there. Nonto trying to pick him out. Now he's got to work extra hard as Leeds are beating him behind. Here's Obi trying to thrash it across the face. Darlow palms it out of the box and away from trouble. Leeds just maybe one touch too many in terms of trying to play out from the back. Bogle this time tries to stand Cunha up. It'll fall out to the box for Leon. He turns, twists. Obi, Rodon, Biol, all hands on deck defensively for Leeds. And Fernandez flicks the ball on. And Darlow's going to call rank here and get it clear. I think he's caught Jadon Bogle in the process. Gruev in midfield, into Ampadu. Space to have a look further forward. Nonto ignored, but Leeds still in possession. Just around 10 minutes to go of this first half. Can expect a number of changes for both squads. Bogle inside to Tanaka. This is effortless from Jayden Bogle. He's having a really good game. Ball forward for Nemesha. He's not too far in front of him. Highlight reel stuff from the Leeds fullback, but he has carried on where he left off.
Oh, I love the idea here, and that little ball through as well. Just unfortunately too far. Movement and passing was very good.
Leon for Manchester United. Cunha picks up possession. Nonto trying not to foul him. Cunha goes further wide to carry on the attack. It's Ahmad. Biol goes across. And it's blazed over by the youngster. Good covering defensive work from Biol. Stood his ground, didn't dive in, Tony, and just made life very awkward for him.
Certainly did. Got back across. Ahmad just lively in that box.
Leeds had a gap in midfield. Manchester United spotted it. Fernandez trying to make something of it. Gruev and Tanaka working hard. Tanaka digging in. He's had the pocket pick though. Bogle comes across to rescue. There is Ampadu once more. It seems like all of Leeds' midfield could touch hands at the minute. They're that close to each other. But it worked enough to quell the danger. And the Mesha couldn't keep hold of it. It was played well and truly over the top of his head. Now I've got to get back because Collier's got space at right wing back. Into Ahmad, into Obi, space to shoot, well past the post in the end. Darlow relatively happy that that was going wide.
No, really clever. I just wonder, Cunha, it's his ball all day long. He just coming on to the ball. He gave Obi a shout, but took it away from him. And Darlow, well, you say he knew it was going wide. I think he was just never going to get there.
To the pitch, 8 new faces: Melier, Bornau, Strauk, Goodmanson, Ramazani, Longstaff, James and Pirro. Looking down at the ankle, caught a stray boot there as Goodmanson stretches the legs for the first time. Shows Leeds fans perhaps what he'll bring to the party. Ramazani back to Longstaff. The energy just dropping as the Red Devils got some bodies behind the ball. Back it goes into Bornau. Bogle tucking in from right back to help out. Great ball into Pirro, returns the run. Pirro uses him as a decoy runner. Now he picks him out. Bogle running through on goal. Saved well. Well smothered by Tom Heaton in goal. Best move of the match for Leeds United. Just that final finish from Jayden Bogle, and you can see he thought he could have done better.
Brilliant. Peru does really well here. See you later. A couple of players. Good shimmy. Return ball is good. That touch just allows the keeper to come out, make the angle more difficult.
We know what Jayden Bogle's going to do this season in terms of his attacking play, and that was very cute from Joel Pirro. What can they do from a latest set piece? Flick on from Gruev. Ball now jumped up. It's at the far post for Tanaka. He's just thrashed at that at the last second. And the ball in. I think Goodmanson took the set piece. And there'll be an impetus on the set piece this year with the height that Leeds are adding to the group. And at the far post, it was the man that had a couple of efforts at corners last year, and now Tanaka. James again running at heaven, tries to stand him up, and Leeds' fans behind the goal try to do all they can to force a mistake. Manchester United on the attack though. Ruben Amorim's men have used this as space pretty well. Dalot in behind. Hoyland looked offside. Melier commands his area very quickly. There was an offside flag. Hoyland, I think he's not happy at the pace of the ball, but the main thing for Leeds, Tony, is nobody panics. And Ilan Melier, more importantly, didn't wait for a defender to take control. He quite simply grabbed the ball by the horns and did it himself.
Left foot, wasn't it? Just going offside. Melier pouncing on the ball. Got enough men back, but once again, you can just see the pace of transition of a Premier League side.
Strokes pass out from the back, just a bit too close to a Manchester United jersey. Now Leeds under pressure. Hoyland, back it goes to Dog, whose first touch takes him into a bit more space. Tanaka though tries to close that down. And Hoyland bounces off Pascal Strauk. Great ball out from the back, as you say, Terry. Now Tanaka got to be aware there's pressure coming. And while he was behind him, it was the pressure in front that eventually caught him out. And to his credit, he goes and makes an immediate amends.
He
and
does
gives
well,
Joel Pirro the ball. And now Leeds might fancy an attack of their own. Dan James got the legs going forward. Now he's picked up the pass at the far post to Ramazani. It's just overstretched. The flag was going to deny him anyway. But Dan James opened up the legs and got the pace going. He was offside. But Joel Pirro, he showed it a couple of times last year with those killer through balls. I mean, that was effortless from him, and he's looked really creative out there. Bogle, Tanaka, and whoever the three players that stayed on from the first half. Goodmanson again nipped, as you say, Tony, to get Leeds the ball back. Pirro to Ramazani, options at the far post. He might not need them. Tried to squeeze it across, and Tom Heaton got down to his left. Attack still not fully over, thanks to Longstaff. And Heaton has to hurriedly clear, and that'll be out for a throw. And Leeds just slowly knocking on the door now.
Well, this is the area of the pitch where we wanted to see an improvement. Well, we certainly are. Pirro again with an excellent ball.
Bono nips in, good strong challenge. Pirro touch is intercepted. Longstaff, referee says it hit the chest, and now Longstaff will bring it forward. He goes to Ramazani. Pirro and James at the far post. Goodmanson is the one bursting forward. Ramazani doesn't use any of them as he goes for goal down the throat of Tom Heaton.
It's excellent, it really is. Longstaff initially with the burst. He actually then goes on the outside. Goodmanson on the inside. It takes defenders away. Ramazani can then come inside on his right foot. Unfortunately, he fluffed his lines because it wasn't the best of shots, but good play.
Agate gets the ball, goes up and under towards Doc, who's got Chambers going across to try and get to him. The challenge comes in. The referee keeps the whistle in his pocket as Meslier makes a save. It looked a close call that everyone seemed to stop.
You've got to keep playing. Play to the whistle. First thing you're taught. And I didn't think it was a foul, but Chambers, he's come at him from the wrong angle. Came direct rather than put your body between the player and the goal.
Looping corner. Work for Leeds to do. Off the frame. Tap in. Meslier, great save. Ball now puts his body in the way, as does Pirro.
Well, the corner comes in. It's long. Rasmus Højlund just puts it back in. And Mainu should have scored. Had another go as well.
The referee does bring the action to a close. So a pre-season friendly without any goals, but Leeds showing glimpses of what they can do in possession. The same to be said defensively as well. Pre-season games can often be overanalyzed. How are you assessing that, Tony Dorigo?
I think it's a good 90-minute workout. It really was. Tempo was good. Some really good things in there. I saw some defensive solidity. Certainly the last 5-10 minutes, I thought that's when we started to lose it a little bit. We were a little fortunate to not concede. Saying that, I thought we had two great chances as well. Heaton in the Manchester United goal pulled off two very good saves where we probably could have done a little better. So overall, probably about the right result, but I saw some good things from our new signings. They would have started that integration process with their teammates, and no injuries. So all in all, it's a big tick.